We go from the worst weather seemingly ever to one of the best players in the entire valley. This young lady is one of the hardest workers that you're ever going to see, that you're ever going to watch on a softball field. She's playing for her hometown Salem Quakers, and we are just so happy to bring her on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Chatting Toy. Hi, how are we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Channing, I'm going to lead this off. I mean, your work ethic is incredible. Obviously, you set yourself apart from anybody on the softball field when you're on it. What is it that has kind of made up that work ethic for you, and how have you kept it up along your journey?
I think I've just had a lot of people who have inspired me to work hard. For starters, my sister, she always had an amazing work ethic, and I saw how it benefited her. So she was always my biggest role model when it came to that. And then I've seen growing up how it has made me a greater player. So I just always work my best and do as good as I can.
I like that you brought up your sister because especially when it comes to the offensive side, your game and her game are so similar. Your swings are so similar, and you hit the ball just as hard. How much do you think? How much of your game was inspired by your sister? You think?
I think a lot of it, especially like this year, she had the stolen base record, and I'm actually getting close to breaking her record for the career stolen bases. And I definitely learned a lot from her with the steals and just running in general. So that's been really cool.
Has there been a lot of competition between you and your sister on the way up? I mean, it sounds like that you want to own all of her records and kind of take all of her fame, so to speak, in the spotlight. Do you guys compete a lot necessarily in your own house?
Yeah, we're competitive, but we've always gotten along very well. So it's a good, healthy competition. There's never really been like any animosity there. My freshman year, I was pretty close to the season stolen base record. And then the next year, she just destroyed that record and put it to where I can't even get close to it. So that's fun. But the career one, she only had 3 years to break because she was a COVID kid.
Yep.
So she's going to be a little salty if I break it this year. I had 4 years, but.
Let's also talk about just what it means to you to play as your hometown. We introduced you as being a hometown kid and being able to play for the Salem Quakers and represent that community that you've grown up in. What does that mean to you?
It's been really cool because I've played the rec ball program and everything. I've played with some of these girls for my entire life. So it's been really cool, like the one other senior this year, Sophie Maniscalco. I played with her on my first year of rec ball in 8U. So that's really cool getting to grow up with these people and having the fans, the same people that I've played with my entire life.
Channing, when you think about what this season means to you, obviously a lot because last one, right? From that standpoint, what to represent the Quakers and that team that's had a lot of success in their sports programs, but in softball, times have been kind of lean lately. To be able to build that program up and leave it better than you found it, what would that mean to you?
Yeah, it would definitely mean a lot. My goal this season is to kind of just like leave the program with kind of like the legacy of we want to work hard, we want to start winning games, more games. And I just think that comes from the drive of we need to believe in ourselves. And I hope that every player can have more confidence going forward and just work hard, and hopefully more wins will start coming.
How have you been navigating the emotions that come with senior year? It's the last of everything, last time you do everything that you do. So how have the emotions been treating you so far?
It's been weird because obviously I'm looking forward to the future. I've got like I'm already committed, so going into senior year, it's kind of there's definitely like a lot of pressure that's off of me now. I am just trying to enjoy every moment though, because I know that I will miss these times, and so I'm looking to the future, but also just staying present in every single opportunity that I have right now.
Which is a huge challenge to stay present in a situation where you're wrapping up your high school career, both academically, athletically. Have you been able to kind of compartment? Okay, hang on. We're gonna try this. Take three. Compartmentalize the emotions of what you've been able to do over the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, I think so. I've just been able to kind of just yeah, I don't know, just kind of keep going. And yeah, I just really am looking forward to the future, but I don't want to miss out on anything now. So.
Are there
Like
moments that you think that you're going to want to take those mental snapshots of for the last month and a half, 2 months of your high school career?
Definitely, just a lot of the times, just games, every time, just bus rides, all that, just stuff that I'll definitely miss. We have our Tennessee trip coming up, and that's always a great time. So I'm looking forward to that and definitely going to enjoy that.
The fact that you're committed and it's not going to be the end of your softball career when you're done at Salem, does that make it a little bit easier to know that, like, hey, I'm not done playing softball when I'm done at Salem?
Yes, definitely. Like, saying goodbye to softball will be something that's so hard for me. So I'm very grateful that this will not be my goodbye to softball. It's just my goodbye to Salem, which will be hard because I've grown up with these people and I've played here for a while. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to getting 4 more years of softball.
Well, let's kind of expose that. You're saying bye-bye to the bonnet. What are you saying hello to?
Yes, so I've committed to Wilmington College, which is actually funny because their mascot is the Quakers as well.
Oh, jeez. You
The
thought you could get
bonnet
away.
stays.
Yeah, I'll always be a Quaker.
I love it. For you, I mean, what was the recruitment process like? I mean, this is a very interesting process to say the least. And for high school seniors nowadays with the transfer portal, with NIL, things of that nature. For you, what was the recruitment process like, and what made Wilmington feel like home?
Yeah, so I had like my list of top schools like everyone does, and I was getting some coaches communication there and it was going well, and then I had a tournament and the Wilmington coach saw me play. It was funny, I was actually playing outfield and I am not an outfielder. I was just playing there because my team needed somebody out there. And I made a diving catch and the coach saw that and she was looking for a catcher, so she thought if the catcher can make a catch in the outfield, maybe we should look into her. So she emailed me and I went into a visit to the campus and I just fell in love with the campus. It has a really nice community feel. So that was kind of my deciding thing. It just felt right.
Can I just take the time to say, let that be a lesson to anyone that's out there in the recruiting process now, of being able to get recruited playing not your position, but a coach saw you playing out of position and still doing great things out of your position. And that was the thing that got you the email, because everyone out there, we've talked about it on this show before. If you're able to be versatile for your team, that will be something that college coaches look for. But looking forward to the softball at the next level, what excites you the most about being able to kind of take that next step?
I'm just excited to kind of go away a little bit. I'm really happy that the school is not too far from home, but I still get to kind of go experience that. And I'm making a major in biology, so I'm excited about that as well.
Okay, so Anthony talked about the different positions. Were you actually recruited as a catcher, or were you recruited as an athlete? How did it work for you?
It's catcher. I'm still gonna try some third base there. So
Okay.
it's kind of just gonna be once I get there, they're gonna put me wherever they feel is best.
Okay, so they're not going to watch this. Obviously, nobody does. So, what do you want to play? Like, if a coach said, "Hey, just go out wherever you want to go," what's your favorite position and why?
Catching. Catching has always been the spot that I've loved.
Yes,
DJ's a catcher, so you just
that's
won
my
his
girl
heart.
right there. Boom, love it. Well, and let's be honest here, because Channing's an outstanding athlete as it is. Usually catchers can't go out and just regularly play in the outfield and be like, oh, there's college coaches watching me, Savannah Banana style catcher,
Yeah.
position players. But you are elite when it comes to being an athlete. Most catchers in softball have become that type of athlete, that they can play different positions.
Mhm.
But for you, what are the biggest challenges to going from catching in a game, or catching one game, to playing a position in the field the next game, or the next inning?
Yeah, so this year's actually been more challenging because I've been playing shortstop when I'm not catching, and I haven't really played shortstop a lot in my career. I've always been catcher third base. So it has been weird going out there trying to learn a new position senior year, but Coach Thorpe came up to me at the beginning of the year and asked if I would be willing to try it, and I just said whatever's best for the team. So yeah, it's been a little bit weird, but I'm doing my best out there.
Your best is pretty doggone
You
good.
just-
Pretty doggone good.
pretty good indeed. We ask coaches how they navigate the days like today, where where it's hard to get on the softball field to play games, and the weather is taking away games left and right. How do you stay locked in during these rain delays and these days where you expect to have a game, but then it gets taken away?
Yeah, I just always try and work on my own too. Even if somehow practice gets canceled, I'm always just in my basement getting swings and everything and just staying focused. We're lucky with Salem. We've got a nice indoor place to practice. So even if there's rain outs, we still can have a good practice.
So you've got a basement set up in your
Yeah.
basement?
Yeah.
All right, walk me through that. What's down there? You got the weights down there. You got hitting tees. What is it?
I just have a little bit of space that I'm able to do some of my catching drills and then just be able to swing a bat and do that.
What catching drills are we talking about here?
I work a lot on my blocking. That's probably one of my best things as a catcher is that I will keep the ball in front of me no matter where it's at. So I put a lot of pride into my blocking and also framing drills.
Would you consider yourself a defensive player or an offensive player?
It depends on the day.
Depends on what you're doing. Okay, if I'm on defense, I'm a defensive player. If I'm on offense, I'm an
Yeah.
offensive player. No, that's you really are. I mean, what we've been able to see obviously through what we do, and what game changer and things of that nature to keep up with you. You've been outstanding on both sides of the ball, which is it's special because usually there's kids and student athletes that specialize, pitchers obviously, and some people are just, hey, I'm a hitter, and you've been able to do both because. And people don't realize how challenging it is for a catcher day after day after day, game after game after game. You're battling injuries, you're battling bruises. Catchers are getting battered and just beat up back there. And you continue to come out game after game and excel. Channing, I'm a huge fan of you. Thank you so much for taking time. I think Anthony has one more question for you.
Yeah, Channing, before we let you go, I want to talk about the mental aspect of softball. It's a tough sport. You're going to fail more than you succeed at the plate. What are some things you do to stay mentally strong and mentally positive and confident during a season?
Yeah, I just always try and keep my confidence up. In the past, I've struggled a lot with anxiety on the field, and this season, I've just been trying to let go of that and enjoy every moment out there, even if I make mistakes. Like, I'm not letting that define me, and I'm just trying to make sure that I know that as much as I love softball, it isn't everything. So I want to take a step back sometimes from that and recognize that whatever happens on the field, it doesn't just define the person that I am. So I focus more on just enjoying it as a sport, but knowing that it's not going to change everything. So I'm just less afraid of failure now.
I love that answer. That is phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, making her farewell tour through Salem, Ms. Channing Toy. Channing, thank you so much. We appreciate you stopping by the show.
Thank you for having me.
You got